Hey, good morning. Hey, Kevin, good morning. How are you today? Great to see you. Just tuning up the guitar, just tuning it up, getting it ready to go for today. Just start in this room. It's a different kind of a room. And this session is going to be a little more meditative than normal. Yeah, doing all right. It's good to see you. The guitar sounds great in this room. It's just, let me show you what's going on here. It's we've got some really nice Windsor's, Thomas Mosher Windsor's chairs and stuff. Just a really great furniture. Here's my laptop case. And the earth behind us. So we're just starting with just a little meditative. I wanted to just take a moment to, the acoustics are okay. So does the acoustic sound sort of translate well through the room? All right, here we go anyway. Cool, thank you very much for the feedback. All right, so we're starting here with just a little bit of a warm-up, and it's super simple, just super easy. I wanted to, of course, welcome you to the morning ritual for guitar growth, and I'm not sure what I have exactly for internet speed, so we might glitch out a little bit, but I have the guitar today. I have you saw the tuning fork. I have my guitar, my Martin A, DX2E. I have my tuning fork. I have my my metronome, which measures our time together, and it's set to 60 beats per minute. So we'll keep that in mind. And I know it works for some and not for others, but it works definitely for me. And that's what's important about the warm-up, is finding like what works for you in your warm-up environment. And I wanted to start with setting my intention today. Occasionally what we'll do is set an intention. We'll start with that intention. We'll begin with a good breath in, and then breathe out through the mouth. Just get that moving, get that ear moving. Oh, hello from Hawaii. Yes, yeah. Aloha, aloha. Very cool to see you here. Thank you for being here. Yeah, very cool. Stick around, man. You might like what's coming up. But we're talking about, I wanted to reflect before I get started today. I wanted to just reflect on the life and the service of, what's her name? Really important woman. Oh, it was Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta. So I wanted to be thinking about her today. It's not your first time, by the way. All right, good. All right, D, what's going on? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm not sure, how this is all going to work out. It's a much different look. It's a different room. I'm in a different zip code. So we're okay. We're okay for now. We're just going to keep moving along. 1 E and 2, T E and 4. And I'm glad you guys are finding the live chat again. And we're starting with fingers 3 and 4 on 10 and 12. Now we're moving to frets 7 and 9. But this is a great place. I'm finding out that this is a wonderful room. I might try to record a record here, or at least an EP. Great American songs. I can't wait to hear it back. It's really reflective room. There's a lot of hard surfaces in here. It's all cherry walls. Some slate, sort of a little fireplace. And the only thing that is here to break up the acoustics, Marzak, what's going on? Yeah, is this little punch out here, which is really cool. So 1 E and a 2, fingers 2 and 3 on 10 and 12. It's so good today. It feels kind of like we're back. You know what I mean? It feels like we're back. Kanagawa. Oh man. The Great Wave of Kanagawa. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to research that. I'd like to start with something easier. Okay, all right. What did you have in mind, Marzak? The room does offer a really tremendous amount of feedback. Acoustic feedback. It's just like playing in if you could play into an audio mirror, It reminds me of an old song that we used to play, an original song that we wrote with the old band called Moby Toad, called Mirror. Tack Ridge, do you or did you ever feel like you just don't have enough to play guitar? Yeah. Been playing for 18 years, just in a down mood of playing. Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. Tack Ridge, it's great. 18 years, that's quite an accomplishment, I try to elevate it, I try to elevate my situation. I know it's tough. Sometimes I just don't want to get out of bed. And we all go through those moments, right? We all have those. And sometimes those seasons last for a long time. And that's where faith becomes so important and so critical in our day-to-day observations. All right, so we're thinking fingers 2 and 4 on 9 and 12. 1, 2, You know what to do. Yes, it is. But stick around. I want to talk about that. That's one of those things. Start with 1 and 2 or 2 and 4, then go to the pinky. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense to me. All of a sudden, that makes a great deal of sense to me. I like to get the hard stuff out of the way first, you know what I mean? So we are stretching fingers 2 and 4 at the moment, and Marzak is a longtime member. And of course, you see the Mr. Haas. Kevin is a longtime channel member and a live stream participant, I should say, and member. Really great to see everybody. So, do I ever feel like I don't have it to play the guitar? Yes. And the best advice that I give myself is if I don't feel like playing the guitar, I don't play the guitar. You know, I'll take a break and I'll go and listen to a waterfall. 1 E and 2, fingers 1 and 3 on 9 and 12, go. I like to listen to waterfalls. I like to. I'm one of those people who. I was talking about this yesterday. See, I've been looking for a kung fu studio, and I talked to someone yesterday in a location, and the U.S. Marshal or something like that, and he talked me into. He wants me to go check out a jiu-jitsu class with him, and I'm thinking maybe I'll go check out some jiu-jitsu and just do something different, you know, go walk a riverbed, go walk a trail, go run 17 miles or jog 17 miles. I find like those breaks, take a break, an intentional break from the guitar. I know it's counterintuitive for me to say that during a morning ritual for guitar growth. I'm here every weekday morning for the entire year of 2025, and sometimes it feels sort of like I don't want to be here too. You know what I mean? We all have those feelings, I think, but it's important for me because I did set a goal earlier on in the year, probably decades ago actually, but that even if I don't feel like it, sometimes it's good to just be here and doing the work anyway, for better or worse. Fingers 1 and 4 on 7 and 12, 1 E and 2, T, E and a 4. And it's the trouble for me is usually just getting with the guitar, getting to the guitar. Oh, Marco, yeah, right on. Thank you for the like and subscribe. I love that. I really appreciate that. S. Siri, good morning. I've been playing a long time. I was teaching professionally. I don't ever share this. I never share this. I was teaching professionally while I was going through music school, right? So I had already been teaching professionally for years, and then going through music school, I was able to sort of like teach privately and start music programs outside of the scope of my own educational experience. So I've lived a pretty blessed life, that's for sure. There's no doubt about it. It's a bit of the luck of the draw, you know, and a mix of the luck of the draw and the tenacity and the willingness to fail miserably over and over and over again. You have to be okay with failure. So fingers 2 and 3 and 4, 10, 11, and 12. 1 and 2, T, E, and a 4, E, and. How long have you been playing, S. Siri? Do you play the guitar? Long, strange trip, absolutely. Yeah, how long have you been? Are you a guitar player? I'll call you Siri. If I can't say that because my phone will light up. I'm an Apple user through and through. But I do have to admit, I have one Windows rig which I use to. It's a really great workstation. avoid Ralph, believe it or not, another channel moderator who is near and dear to my heart, actually helped me build this Windows rig, and I've only updated it once with another graphic, a GPU. But he helped me build this in like 2016, and I've never had a Windows rig last that long. You know, I've only been able to get like 1.5 or 2 years out of a Windows rig for some reason, and then it just goes in the trash can. But it's or down the pike somewhere, or ends up in a closet in a box somewhere. But I use Mac a lot, so I'm gonna have to call you something else here. So Tackridge, I hope I'm saying this correctly. Failure can be a very strong mountain to overcome. Yeah, you got that right. I'll admit, I still am trying to get over my fear of that. Oh. Yeah, I have to admit too, that creeps in there. It does creep in there because there will be, you know, like if you're a carpenter, for example. So let's go ahead and keep working. 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, and 12. So 1 E and a 2, T E and a 4. It's, if you're a carpenter or if you're in the building trades, you know, like I do, it's either feast or famine, right? There are seasons of like huge, great success and moderate to, you know, heavy income. And then if you don't squirrel those nuts away during the drought seasons, we kind of get, you know, a little bit worried about things. We can get a little worried. And I think that happens, you know, in everyone's lives. Finances can surely apply an influence over our musical endeavoring. There's no doubt about that. And so some of that fear, I think might stem from the fear of being able to feed the self, or feed, like Pete Seeger used to say, feed the face, or feed the family. So there is a little bit of that. And to maintain the energy and the attitude of gratitude, even though you're taking a couple of kicks while you're down, I think that's a talent that we can, or a skill that we can develop, you know, over time. And it certainly it separates the longitudinal guitar practitioner from the recreational guitar practitioner. And there's no difference between being a professional guitar practitioner where you're writing your own music, or maybe servicing the learning capabilities of your wide body of students across the planet, or you're interfacing with, you know, Mr. Gordon Lightfoot and touring, you know, as a warm-up act for whomever, or playing around the campfire. We're basically all connected to the same thing, right? We're all connected to the same, I want to play music because, and then we answer that on for ourselves. Every day we have an opportunity to re-answer that. So fingers 1 and 2 and 3. So we did 1 and 2 and 3. We did 2 and 3 and 4. We're still in this 3-finger groups. So 1 and 2 and 4 is what we're going to do now. 1 E and 9 and 10 and 12. 3 E and go, 4 E and a go E and a. There it is. And we're just enjoying this beautiful new room. If you're just tuning in, I'm Jason. I'm here with Jason, Carey Guitar. I'll be your host for the remainder of the day, if you choose to stick around. I'm here until 8:30 a.m. and you are absolutely more than welcome to go grab your guitar. You can, another thing that you can do that will help our channel, you could double tap your screen. If you're on a mobile viewport, you can go ahead and give us a like the video. You could share it with another friend who is a guitar player or a bass player or a drummer if they're practicing or warming up during the day, in the morning. this is a great opportunity for all of us to sort of convene and talk specifically about warming up, right? Hey, Mark. Mark's in the house. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. It's like a homecoming, isn't it? Smash that like button for Mark. Yeah, that's right. Marlon. Hey, Marlon. Yeah. It is good. It is good. I really want to. I need. In order to accomplish these goals, I think it's got to be largely about warming up the live chat. If we can just keep it framed into, like, tightly into the warm up, that specifically, you know, problems of overcoming the guitar, you know, overcoming the person to get to the guitar, all of those things. This is what this is about for me, and so. We're going to keep that live chat sort of tuned up in that manner so that we can all benefit and grow as guitar players specific to our own endeavors, right? All right, let's go ahead and take a quick stretch. We're 50 minutes in, 52 minutes in, so I like to do these stretches for 4 counts or 16 clicks or 4 bars. 2, 3, 4, measure 3, 2, 3, 4, measure 4, and then I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. Good, and then I do these right here, and this is just to counter what I did on the on this tissue here. I'm also doing this tissue here. Yeah, it's super simple. It's super simple. Anybody can do it, and that means if I can do it, you can do it too. It's literally that easy. Like, if you are interested in playing the guitar and you're thinking about it, if you're here just wondering, like, if I can do it, you can train a monkey to do it. So that I know I know if I can do it, you can do it, and you can probably do it better than me over if not now, if you don't perceive now, maybe down the road for sure. But it's just a really individualized approach, and there it is. So I did get my start this morning at about 2 a.m. 0200, and we started moving around, and I've got about 3 hours of travel time in my person already today, and I've got another 3 or 4 hours of travel time. But I wanted to take a break, so I found this spot right here, this beautiful spot, which I am going to mark on the map. And I am going to come back here, and I am going to make an audio recording because this room sounds so great. Listen to this. Let me turn this off. The feedback is amazing. Like, the bounce back is just amazing. Breathing in, breathing out. That's right, breathing in, breathing out. That's right. Gotta keep stretching. Now we're beyond our first stretch now, and I see that Michael, can you play Mary Had a Little Lamb? Oh, yeah, I can. Sure, I can. I was trying to learn some of the Mamas and Papas songs, and some of those songs are a bit confusing. Yeah, they tend to break the key a bit. Oh, that's really cool, man. You know, I haven't worked on a lot of the Mamas and Papas, but we'll definitely give them a look. And if you have certain songs that you'd like to see on the channel for lessons, just let me know, and then we'll break them down. Do you know what I mean? I can't get over how awesome this room makes my guitar sound. I forgot, like, how venues can change your approach, you know? Anyway. fingers 1 and 3 and 4. I don't think we did that yet. So 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. 0 stretching and no injuries, but the guitar is just a neck without a body that it uses to murder innocent animals and find, and sometimes people. Can you play Mary Had a Little Lamb? I can, you know. Are you talking about the Stevie Ray Vaughan version? Always focused on the warm-up. I'm often quiet in the chat because it is about the warm-up. Its value becomes more evident each day. Oh man, Mark, you're the... I wish I knew how to highlight these, man. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make a community post about that. That is like, you hit the nail on the head, my friend. Mark, thank you for saying that. So I've got to remember 26 minutes in, I've got to come and find that. I've got to come and find that chat. I'm traveling to find my soul. Have you heard, I know it's kind of an asinine thing, I wanted to talk to you about, are you familiar with a band called Leftover Salmon? There's a song that I'll put in my headphones and snowboard for hours to. I'll just put the song on loop. It's called Astral Traveler. A-S-T-R-A-L, Traveler. Astral Traveler. And you listen to that song and you tell me that's not like one of the coolest songs on the planet. That's what I am. That's what I'm searching for, all of it, for truth, for servitude, for service. This morning's, if you missed it, this morning's ritual, my intention was to dedicate this morning ritual for guitar growth to Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta. All right, we're jumping back into the 4-finger routine. So we've been through fingers 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and we've also been through fingers, what is it? I guess 1 and 3, and then 2 and 4. And then we did 1 and 4. Now we've done 1 and 3, 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 2 and 3 and 4. We've also done these permutations. So we're getting through all of these permutations. Now we're finally to the place where it's like we find the holy of holies, the 4-finger approach to the guitar. So 1 E and a 2, Busch Gardens fan, good morning, glad to have you here. So 1 E and a 2, 3 E, 9, 10, 11, and 12, go. It's a Martin, a D, X, 2E. Billy Strings uses one of these bad boys, Mr. Billy Strings, so you can check out his stuff. I'm sure you're familiar with him, but if you're not, you can check out his stuff. This is my, I'm gonna call it my banger. It's my daily driver, my workhorse guitar, and it does the job. It's just so good, it's so cool. And then I have a bunch of links for this guitar. If you'd like to purchase this guitar, if you find an affiliate link on a previous live stream and you purchase this guitar through that affiliate link, it helps the channel. So any of that, it's always appreciated. And I would feel confident that you are getting a guitar that is definitely gonna serve the purpose. I've been using this this is episode 156, so I know it works. I know it will continue to work. I've only good things to say about it. But I'm about a year and a half into the ownership of this guitar, and it's just a really great daily driver, you know. So I appreciate you asking about the guitar. Thank you. And all right, so we've got this really nice sort of finger roll exercise, just the old 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just a really simple approach. And then we're going to, let's go ahead and do the, let's see, it's always pressure, a pressure, Jason, and you know that. A pressure, a pleasure, okay. Oop. All right, let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, stretch 4. So 9, 10, 11, and 12. 1, 2, here we go. Stretching that fourth finger. Yeah, it is kind of funny how we all, Billy is a beast. Yeah, that's right. It is like all, we each have our own mission, right? We each have our own reasons for playing the guitar. This is an amazing field to be engaged with, you know, the musical arts. We never quite know when or where the muse is going to just zap us. But when it does, it does. And you're bitten by that bug, and it's most likely a lifetime. It's a lifetime venture, I think, for many of us. Eric, Becca, good morning. Play Mr. Mustache. Well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not sure where we're going here, but I think this is really important to just focus on. Just keep rolling. That's right. That's good. Fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The same thing. We're going for the same thing, but this time we're going to stretch that first finger back. We're just going to jump back and do the kickstand to frets 8, 10, 11, and 12. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. 1 E and a 2, D E and a 4. Let's see what we can do if we focus solely on our breathing for a moment. What we're going to do, if you're here and you're, you know, one really great thing that you can do for me right now would be to smash that like button, you know, just give it a little double tap on the screen. Go ahead and do a little finger rolling action here and there just to keep things interesting. Good, yeah, that's right. And so I think that concludes our four-finger approach. Now what we're going to do is, our four-finger contiguous string approach. So we'll start working on breaking this down into different segments and different subdivisions a little later on. But for now, let's go ahead and start working that diagonal pattern. Let's do that, but let's approach it with 60 beats per minute, 1 attack per beat, and, 4 attacks per beat. And we'll just use this down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up approach. And I'm starting with 4 attacks per beat. And then what I'm going to do, just to provide some rhythmic variation, I'm going to use 5 attacks per beat. Hey, good morning, Izzy. Oh yeah, I've been really enjoying those shorts too. Let's go ahead and do the 4 middle strings. I think rock and roll is coming back. You know, the 3-string band, the 3-piece band, or the 4-piece rock and roll ensemble. I think all of that's coming back. I can't wait to see the glory. We were talking about this, my traveling companion this morning. We were talking about this being like, thanks Kevin, I appreciate that. We were talking about this being like the reminder is rock and roll, like the right chord progression will make you feel like you're going to live forever. It's so, I just realized like rock and roll forever. So you see that like, Mama, I'm coming home. So, Mama, I'm coming home. Mama, I'm coming home. Then you have these really huge chord progressions that just put you in that it's the only form of music that puts you in a stasis, in a static sort of mental binder. And it will convince anyone you're going to live forever. Just a beautiful rock format. And good luck redoing that to all of these young people coming up, who are going to live forever, So that's the glory of it all, I think. So anyway, let's go ahead and get back to 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll finish up, we'll wrap it up in the low E string, 4 attacks per beat, and then 5 attacks per beat, and then 6 attacks per beat. Let's not forget to breathe, important stuff, and we'll go ahead and do the old expanded or exploded version of the 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4 on the string skips between the low E and D string. Frets 9 and 10, and then 10, E, 11, and then a string skip between the G and high E strings. G and high E. Oh man, I really am in love with that leather pickguard. I was told, by a few different people not to put a leather pickguard on my telly because it would suck up all of the tone and sustain, but I'll tell you what, that thing sounds better than it ever did, and it feels so much nicer to play. So anybody looking for a leather pick, I'm happy to handcraft a leather pick guard and get it out. It's like therapy, just, you know, from all this traumatizing guitar playing, you know, you need a little therapy from it all, right? It's so if you're interested in a telly sort of like a pick guard, a leather pick guard, you know, I think that would be a cool thing for you to have. You know, I've definitely enjoyed mine. It's I appreciate that. Yeah, amen, Izzy. He's out there fishing for the Lord every day, this guy. Yeah, Aerosmith does the same thing to me too, right? It does all of that. So let's go ahead and do this one more time. That way we can give our fret hand the proper sort of like treatment it deserves to have this exercise. Now, even if we only can play this one note per, or one attack per click, it's worth it because we're training our fret hand and our picking hands to do things that, like string skips and patterns that they normally would never play. And if you do this long enough, I guarantee you, this will start to impact the way you approach your guitar, and it will totally transform the way your fret hand and your picking hands feel, right? It will totally transform the function of both of those hands to an order of magnitude previously unimagined by a lowly guitar practitioner like myself. That's about the extent of it for now on the guitar, the full range. Aerosmith's a great group, you know, just a wonderful. Yeah, just great. Oh, and then it goes. There's that octave between the C and the C, the C to shining C, and then the flat 7 and the 6, right? And then it goes to that A, the lazy rock A, that punches that, and then it punches back to that E, right? You know what I wanted to talk about? I wanted to finish up this this morning ritual for guitar growth today with a song that everybody, I feel like everybody probably already knows it, but I wanted to just kind of come back to it and talk about how to play the chord melody, which is really simple in the open position. It's kind of like my lesson that I did on the channel with You Are My Sunshine. It's kind of like that. It's similar to that kind of effort. We'll do that as we wrap it up for today, last 5 or 6 minutes. But let's go ahead and just work through some pentatonic work. Oh, Paranoid by Black Sabbath. It's in there. I think it's in there somewhere. Hasn't been rocked for a few years, but it's in there, definitely. All right, so, but chord arpeggios, pentatonics, and visiting all my own instruments and lyrical songs is going to be the body of my playing as life slows down. Amen, brother. Yeah. They wrote and recorded that song in like half an hour. I believe they did. I believe they did. It's like perfection. It's like an orange dream pop, right? You know, who would have thought oranges and cream on a stick? Good. All right, so we'll finish up with my pentatonic workouts here. So we're starting with the minor pentatonic that we all know and love so well. We're just going through the work, planing it through up and down, or down and up the fretboard. 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. My telly is very traditional. It has the black aluminum iodized guard. Oh, nice, dude. That's pretty sweet. That's a nice departure from all the other guards. It's just, that must have some really great sustain. That's the vibe of the playing. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Robbie's in the house. Hey, dude, what's going on? How you doing, Robbie? Nothing. Greetings. We were greeted by nothing. Ooh, the Nada Brahma continues. They needed one more track to finish the one album side. Oh, what is it? So is it, the record's called Paranoid, right? Isn't Black Sabbath? Or is it just Black Sabbath? That was a wonderful, wonderful album. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, man. The second shape, if you guys can stick it out for another couple minutes, we're going to transition into a really great little chord melody, simple. It's a song that I'm sure you know, and it's going to align with our the theme, my theme today anyway, of just thinking about, which I haven't been doing probably as much as I hope, thinking about the Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta and her life of service, of servitude. And then even after she passed, her diaries were collected and read. And then we realized that, we learned through her journals that even though she continued her life of servitude and faith as a sister of the faith, she actually believed that God had forsaken her for a period of her life, but she kept doing her work. Just amazing, remarkable person. All right, so we're starting with the second shape. So fingers 2, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 2, 4. And we don't have to start the same way. We could start with a descending pattern once in a while. It's not going to hurt anything. Can't get over how great this room sounds, you know. If you're just tuning in, I really wanted to personally welcome you and invite you to grab your guitar. And this is my morning ritual for guitar growth. It's literally a ritual of it's my own personal journey. You know, it's just for guitar growth. You know, it's a pretty simple thing. It's simple, but it's not simple. Do you know what I mean? I was just thinking about you, Tackridge. So I was thinking about sometimes, you know, it's just tough to get here. It's tough to get here every weekday morning at 7:30. It can be tough to just sit with the guitar, and sometimes I feel like I haven't accomplished a thing in the blank number of years I've been playing the guitar. And then other days it's like pure joy and pure just otherworldliness, you know? So I think the idea is like that pendulum eventually starts to, you know, stop. It comes to rest in a place of balance. I was thinking about this the other day too. There's a film called Koyaanisqatsi. It's the soundtrack is done by Philip Glass, and it's, you know, Koyaanisqatsi. It's like it's called Life Out of Balance, and it's a really great film. If you haven't seen it, it's a wonderful film to look at, and just the sound tracking is like amazing, and it's one of the first efforts I became aware of Mr. Glass's compositional stylings and instrumentation, and multiply that with some visuals that are like time lapses of just streets moving, people moving, ocean tides rolling, and it's just it's a really great effort, you know, for its time, right? For its time. And all right, so we're getting down to it. We're getting right down to it. So I think we're about done with the warm-up, and I'm now moving from my warm-up frame of mind into my practicing frame of mind. Warm-up is a very consistent kind of frame of mind where I only do the things that I know I want to. I build a program so that I can build, you know, muscle tissue, reduce unnecessary tissues, you know, remove the fat, trim the fat, so to speak, and build those tendons and tissues for the sake of repetition, so I could roll in and do a 4-hour gig or a 15-minute gig. It doesn't matter, right? You know, sometimes the campfire burns a little longer and I need to sit out there longer. I don't want to hurt myself, you know? So we've got to prepare for that stuff. But the song that I had in mind is this one. Let me just get into the key of G, right? And then C goes back to G. I heard Ralph Stanley playing this the other day. Just G, and then back to D, back to C, back to G. Let me see if we can get the chord progression right. G7, and then C, back to G, back, stay on G, E minor, back to G, D, back to G. Ralph Stanley is just the late, great Ralph Stanley. Mr. Stanley had this old-timer's voice that just, that high, lonesome, you know, the voice that came before Dell, the voice that came before Mr. McCory. I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day. I saw that hearse come rolling for carry my mother up. So you hope you're playing along. The chords are G, right? Bill Monroe, that's right. Just really simple stuff, but if you play these songs, I think you can find yourself in these songs, right? There are those songs that Dusty Slay on the new, that Netflix, his Netflix special, he talks about, you know, man, I listen to country songs and I have memories I didn't even realize I ever had. I never did those things, but I remember them all right. And he's a funny dude, and then these little sensitive things that you can find in a song like this really start to make sense in a room like this right now. Like you can see, let me show you the room that we're in here. And gotta be running a little early. Have a great day, everybody. Until tomorrow. Thanks, Kevin, for being here. And here's what's going on today. And that's why this room sounds so great. It's all cherry. And it's just a super, super experience here today. So thanks for sharing this time with me. And I really appreciate you all being here today. I'm just going to play this song for a few more minutes, and you're welcome to hang out. I'm going to run a minute or two over. And if you'd like to stay, you are more than welcome. And if you can't stay, I understand, but maybe we'll... Mike Stanley. Hey, Mike, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, great to see you. Did I meet Talk Bridge? The Nitty Gritty, Dirt Band. Oh, there you go. Man, I love those guys. So much great repertoire in the world. So much great stuff to sing about. I love Dixie Darling by Carter. Dude. Maybelle, yeah, there you go. When's that? Mother Maybelle. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to play along, so if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to, but I understand. I'm going to come back in just a couple minutes and say, see you tomorrow. But if you're leaving early, hasta luego. Or see you tomorrow morning. Yeah, 7:30. I just want to find the melody on the guitar in a simple way, you know. This is the most important piece. And then what we do is we try to find those arpeggios. And then it would be like E minor, and then back to G maybe, and then D. Something like that, just trying to find those arpeggios and make those linkages happen through the song. So, and then I might combine maybe 2-note voicings, you know. Maybe F, D, and back to C, and then G. And then maybe I might start singing some vocal lines, or start working maybe some alternate bass lines. And then we start kind of like working on the melody in the open position. As perfectly as I can. And simply as I can. And then sometimes I just want to hear the chords go by, you know. And maybe sometimes the right hand is just really short and stabby. And maybe sometimes it's really short and controlled. Maybe the bass line just alternates between the root and 5. I think that's about it for today, but it's a really fun song to play, and I really appreciate you sticking around and hanging it out with me, and we'll see you again tomorrow. And until we meet again, I wish you happy picking. Oh, maybe there's some other, there's some other stuff I missed, sorry about that. Mother Maybell, that's right. Robbie, good stuff. Thanks for being here. Jerry G does a good job. That's right. Oh, yeah. Man, yeah, what a great voice. Hello from France. Oh, au revoir, au revoir. Comment ça va? Ça va bien? Good. Thanks for being here. Lord, I hate to see her go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, amen, Mark. A dictator arpeggio and into a minor arpeggio. Gets you into the, intro El Paso by Marty. Oh, man, we're talking Turkey now. Great guitar player. Yep. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm just going to go through these quick notes here in the live chat. I just don't want to let them go, you know. E minor arpeggio. Okay, onesie and a twosie. Mark, we'll see you. Happy picking, everybody. Happy picking, Mark. Happy picking, Robbie. Happy picking, Tackridge. How do you build onto the melody to spice it up? Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good question. Yeah. Hey, Jason, do you have any first recommendations for a brokey, any guitar? Oh, yeah. Something that won't break the bank. Yeah. I think this one's probably like $600 or $700. So that's, to me, that's like pretty expensive. And I know I've got like a whole pile of guitars that we move guitars, you know, and stuff. We do actually sell guitars, but I don't do that here at all. And but if you do need one, and if you're looking for it would be easier for you and probably less. It's expensive, prohibitively expensive to ship a guitar in the quantities that we ship them in. So if you were local, that's great. But I would recommend you find something local on your Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, or like a local sale. And find something for $50, $100. One of my favorite guitars, two of my favorite guitars, one is a Cypress top. It's very expensive classical guitar, but I purchased it for like $70 in like a long time ago. I have it still, and it's like my go-to classical guitar. You can hear it on my cut. It's called Deep Within Love. It's Deep Within Love, Jason J. Carey. It's anywhere you listen to music, you know, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora. Jason J. Carey, it's on a record called Rebirth. And you can hear that guitar, that classical guitar does the little interstitial, sort of like the licks between verses. And they're two separate recordings, like one, they're not played in thirds. It's actually two separate guitar tracks played in thirds. So it's super clean. It's a really great sound. I just love it. And it's an award-winning song, so you might like to go listen to it anyway. It's called Deep Within Love from a record called Rebirth. Yeah, so thanks for asking that. I would say any guitar works as long as the action is good. You don't want it to put you off. If the action's too high, it will be difficult to play and you won't ever want to pick it up. But you can have it set up. Just make sure the neck's straight. We can talk about that. But I have another guitar that I paid $50 for. It's a Harmony Stella. And once in a while you get really lucky and you find these guitars, acoustic guitars, for dirt cheap. And I would recommend that we don't skip the beginner mode of the guitar. Buy the dirt cheapest guitar you can find. Learn about what it means to play the dirtiest, nastiest guitar you can play, because every time you step up from there, you'll have a reference point of what it feels like to actually physically get better, right? Other than that, we'll never have a record of what it means to be on the rock bottom. I'm a big fan of rock bottom, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? I'm not afraid of rock bottom. If you know, I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, doing it again tomorrow. And, but any guitar would be good to get started, I think, right? Robbie, thanks. Vishek Das, good morning. Hello. Yamaha is great. Yamaha is a wonderful, it's really difficult to find a bad guitar right now, right? So many guitars are made with such high quality standard, and they're priced so low because number one, it's used, and people don't sometimes, they just want to get rid of the thing or put it into the hands of someone who could use it. So there's a lot of that going around. But you don't have to spend a ton of money to get a really great guitar, in my opinion. And Yamaha's great. Alvarez is great. Yeah, Alvarez is great. Ovation's great. I would get my hands on a few, you know. That's part of the joy of purchasing a guitar, is the journey. The journey is the joy, right? There's joy in the journey. And we're on, it's like similar to the journey we're on together with this morning ritual for guitar growth. It's a labor of love and joy and commitment and observation and devotion and all of those wonderful things where we can find a higher place, right? Speaking of higher places, great. I wanted to remind myself and everybody that as we close up for today, that we are observing this as just wanted to remind myself that I was observing this. My intention today was based on Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta and her life of service and in times of challenge. All right, so I hope you guys all really have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and do all of those things that help the channel grow. And as we continue to grow into 2025 and into 2026, we've got a lot of work to do, and it's fun, joyful work. So that's what we have to look forward to. Pat, good morning. Good morning, Iris Graves. Remy, good morning. Bridge Jason, you are fantastic. Thank you. Oh man, thank you so much for your encouragement and help. Yeah, this is great. That's really great to hear. That's what it's all about, man. I think it's we can be hokey, we can be on here and just play pretend, but I think you can tell pretty quickly now who's playing pretend and who's not. And those of us who are playing pretend, hopefully we find our calling, hopefully we find our passion, and we're able to stick with it and find joy once again in our guitar playing, because it's there. It's there. We just have to get ourselves sort of out of the way. And it's really important. I start with breathing in the morning. It's really a slow roll, and it's very intentional, and it's come to find out it's not for everybody, but it's there for everybody if they want it, right? If they want to join, it's free for this entire year. Maybe we'll see you again tomorrow morning. So thank you, Tackridge, for sharing that. I appreciate it. I just got my Floyd Rose Jackson. When I hear Floyd Rose Jackson, I think like back to the days of the Ibanez Gem 77 FP and those ESP guitars that we were playing in the shred bands and the Pantera bands and the Metallica bands, back before it was cool to play those songs, you know, in public. And we really, really loved all of those moments. So you're bringing it all back for me, Remy. Congratulations. I love my electric guitar, and it's one of the funnest things yet. Absolutely. Yeah, once you start figuring out that whammy bar and then really like getting that to be, I know you check out Jeff Beck and all of the blokes with it. Thank you so much, Jason, for your advice. Really appreciate it. Love and commitment all the way. Yeah, more power to you. Until tomorrow, I'm out of here. All right, we're done. Made it to the bottom of the rack here, so you guys all take good care of yourselves, and guys and gals, and we'll see you tomorrow. And until we meet again, I wish you happy picking.